Well, hello again everybody. I think we can see most of, but not all of, this, I've got to say, it's fairly sort of cool looking 1960 Triumph trophy. Generally I think people have to admit that Triumphs of this era look pretty cool and have a bit of street cred if that's your thing. Anyway, I'm going to come round into view in a minute and block most of that because I haven't done so for quite some time. But I think I'm going to have a little bit of a rant, Paul's Rants. I was out road testing this very Triumph earlier today, where I'm very pleased to say it all went very well and everything. But at one point on the top of the Black Mountain where I took it for its test ride, I stopped off in the big car parking area at the top there, like I normally do, to get some photos and have a look over the bike and etc. And the next thing I heard the rumble of a large motorbike coming up the hill. So I was stood near the edge of the road as it happened, and I could see this guy coming up on his Harley, so I gave him a cheery wave. He looked at me like I was a piece of shit. Now I don't mind, wave, don't wave, whatever. I'll always wave if and when I can. Obviously not if I'm fully committed into a corner or something. I might sort of nod my head or whatever. I don't mind. I'll wave to you and you don't wave back, fine. But what gives you the right to look at people like they're dirt? And I have to ask whether you would actually do that if you were in a situation, say, in a pub or something. Because you might find that if you did that kind of thing in a pub situation, you might get a bunch of fives. I'll tell you why I think you do it. I think you've got an inferiority complex. And I think it makes you feel big and tough if you ride past someone and not only don't wave to them, but look at them like they're dirt. After all, they're probably not going to come and catch you, are they? You're safe, you're on your way, or you're going the other way more often than not when the other guy on the bike is coming towards you. So, you big tough guy with your big scowly face, if I ever see anyone like you stopped at the side of the road needing help, I'll give you a cheery wave and ride on past, because I think you're a knob. And in fact, and I got to say, I've got friends who own and ride Harley Davidsons. I've built countless wheels for people I know that customise Harley Davidsons, and I've never had a problem with any of them. Get on with them great. So I'm not against Harley riders or Harley Davidson bikes, but there does seem to be a small minority that they attract who, I don't know whether they think they're better than everyone else, or they think they're tougher than everyone else, or what it is. I don't give a shit whether you wave or not, but don't bloody look at me like that unless you want to square up to me in real life, rather than on your way past glaring at me like I'm some kind of thing you've stepped in. As I'll tell you what you're doing, you are projecting your own inferiority complex by doing that. I don't give a damn. I'll wave, not wave, whatever. All you do when you do that, you don't make me frightened, or respect you, or look up to you, or make me want to be like you. I just think to myself, what an ignorant turd. And I think Harley might have missed a trick. We got all the, we got knuckleheads, shovelheads, panheads, flatheads. I think they probably wouldn't really have sold many if they did it, but I mean, if a small minority owned up to it, I think they could have done quite well if they sold a knobhead. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, whatever you ride.